Hello everyone. We're going to talk about the concept of proximity damages as it relates to the larger term that we've been discussing, that term being severance damages. Severance damages, as we all will recall, are the damages that are imposed on a piece of property that the owner still retains after the certain portion of the property has been acquired by the condemning authority. Proximity damages are probably easiest to understand by the use of an example. If you can imagine, for instance, that you have a nice residential building site out in the countryside, you look out over a quiet, pristine countryside, and it's a wonderful spot to build a home. Along comes the state highway department, and what they do is they decide they're going to take the front of your property, and now it's going to be used to provide part of the right-of-way for a new 4-lane freeway. As you can probably imagine, the property that you have left, while you'll still be able to use it for a residential building site, having a 4-lane highway right outside your front door is going to be significantly disadvantageous to your property as a building site versus what we call quiet, pristine countryside that you enjoyed before. So consequently, even though potentially very little of the property has been taken, the land that you have left is probably going to be significantly less valuable than it was before when this highway was no longer there. And that difference in value between what it was before and what it was afterward falls in the general under the general definition of severance damages, but it's more specifically identified as the concept of proximity damages. And if you think of proximity being, you're being close to, you're being proximate to the taking or the project that is causing the damages to the remainder property. And that's exactly what's happening in the example I've given you. In before, you had quiet countryside, the highway comes in, it's right next to your property that you have left, and as a result of that, the property that you have left has been reduced in value, and you now have an element of severance damages that you are able to claim. A little footnote on this feature. If this new taking comes in and comes right up to your property but does not take any of it, there is no question that the property that you have after this taking is going to be reduced in value. The concept is the same as before. Unfortunately, if there has not been an actual physical taking of a portion of your property, this proximity damages concept will not be applied to you. So the thing to keep in mind is this proximity damages concept only applies if a portion of your property has actually been taken. If this new right-of-way only comes up to your property, or only comes very close to, but does not actually take it, under the law of eminent domain, you will not be able to recover any damages for this concept of proximity damages because it will not have applied in your situation.